Hey there, in this video we're going to be covering QuestionPro clean data step. Alright, so if you follow along from the last video, we did all of the prep stages. Now we're going to be doing the cleaning. So this is the interface. Everything is structured by the new question number. So we can change it here, type in the new one, hit enter, and it jumps to that one if we want to jump around. We have the list of all of our column names if we had a grouped question or we had multiple columns for one question number. We have what our respondents are. This is the final text, the final question, which is going to show up in the dashboard. So you want this to be nice and clean because that's what the end user is going to see. Next is the abbreviation. Here is a short snippet of the question. This is what you're actually going to select to switch the different questions. So you're going to have to do something that makes sense and that's not too long so it doesn't look messy. Next is the section heading. The section heading is going to be a grouping of all the questions. So if you want to split out questions like a demographic questions in one grouping and survey questions another grouping, then you create a section heading and put that section heading for certain questions and then a new one for other ones. The section heading is optional. That's just used for organization purposes. Note, this will put a note in the column for in the data for this question, and for certain dashboards like the Tableau one, whenever somebody clicks on this question, if you have a note here, that note will pop up so they can read it, and you'll be using it for something like this question was only asked to a certain population or something. Under that we have the question type, which is the one you selected in the prep data. Also, we have the ability to change it here, so you don't have to go back. And this is if you're looking at it and saying, all right, something doesn't look right here in this data preview, then change your question type because maybe you picked the wrong one. You can hide the question here, and then you got previous, save, and next question. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Here is your final question text. So we just type in what we want the end user to see. So for example, the column was just first name, but I want to put something like, what is your first name? That would make more sense for the end user because it's an actual question. But we can put first name as abbreviation because this is what we're going to use to pick the questions. Next, section heading. This is going to be what demographic type questions starting off. And this is, you could put whatever you want here. That's totally optional, as well as the notes. One thing I want to mention about the abbreviation is you have to have a unique abbreviation for every single question number. So don't duplicate your abbreviations. All right, next question is 2. I'm going to copy and paste this over here. Just type in regions and that's it. Hit next. So copy and paste is going to be your best friend. All right, this is, if you remember, this was the other specify. So you picked a region, and if you picked other, then you get to type it in. So here I'm going to do what region are you from, because that's the actual question that was asked. But then I'm just going to put other at the end. And then I'm going to do region, and same thing, other. All right. Now this is going to be its own question because we don't want these regions to be grouped up with the other ones and mess up that bar chart. But we still want a way to know that this is associated with that other question. All right, what is your ethnicity? I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this. Abbreviation, I'm just going to put ethnicity and I'm going to continue. All right. Now it looks like we are getting into the actual survey. So I'm going to go ahead and change my section heading. And this is the survey questions here. Or it'd be, customer service questions or satisfaction questions, whatever. Put whatever you want there. This is going to be the single response matrix. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab this first part because that last part has a part of the answer in it. So this is what the actual question was. And then the abbreviation, let's see, satisfied with integrations. And you can make this up on the go, or you can have this all kind of written out beforehand. All right, now as you see the single response matrix, we had 3 different columns that were grouped up, and you can see we had the question in the beginning, and then we had what the actual answer choice was here. So if we look at the bottom, we have these columns going across the matrix row. What you want to do is you want whatever you want to show in the dashboard to reflect here. So what we're going to have to do is delete this question part, which is in the beginning. So we just see Google Forms, because that's what actually shows in the end user survey. So we're just replicating what we had in the survey and what we want the end user to see. So we want these to go across our rows. We want the answers to go across our columns like this. And then we want to order our answer options so that they order correctly in our chart. Now, whatever you put as number 1 for the answer column order will be on the far left of your chart. And this is going to be a stacked bar chart, so it's going to be whatever you want on the left. So I want number 5 on the left, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last one, which is this null, you have an option to give it an order or not. It doesn't matter, because in my dashboard I'm filtering those out anyway. All right, and then you also have the ability to give these orders. So if you want this to be 1, 2, and 3 in the dashboard, you can order it here. All right, that's it for this one. Let's go to next. All right, this is also single response matrix. Same process for all of the same question types. So I'm gonna copy this over. I'm gonna do rate features and delete the beginning. This is kind of, you're gonna be doing the same thing over and over for all the same question types. So once you figure it out the first time, it gets really easy. So, and then I'm gonna rate these a 1, 2, and 3. All right, and matrix row order is optional. So on this one, I'm not going to put it because I don't care what the order is. All right, this is numeric. I'll go ahead and grab the question here. Let's see, how many years have you been using these? So this is the one that we split up. So I'm going to do years using Tableau. And at the end of this, I'm going to put Tableau also so we know which one this was. And we're going to have to do those for all 3 of them. All right, so I'm gonna copy this. Go ahead and put a dash here, and same thing. Years using VizualSurvey. And if you remember, all 3 of these were really in the same question, but we wanted to split these out so we can see stats on all 3 of these individually. All right, we're good with that one. Let's keep going. All right, this is a multiple choice. Select all that applies. Copy and paste. And let's do favorite logo. This one is a ranking question. The question was rate these logos. Paste the wrong one in there. Rate logos as abbreviation. And if you recall, in the data, let me pull it up, those options were in the second column, which disappeared because of how the data is structured. So rate these logos was icon, full logo, and white logo. All right, so we need these 3 here instead of just rate these logos 3 times. So we're just gonna grab these, icon, full logo, white logo, and put that here. Icon, full logo, and white logo. All right, and that's all we're going to do here. And that's just because how QuestionPro exports the data. It causes a little bit of problem, so we just got to go back on that one. All right, please rate these logos. This is also a ranking. Please rate the following order of interest. All right, this is also, we're missing the first one. So let's go ahead and look at the data. And it looks like Tableau was the first one, Power BI, then Click. So the first one here is actually Tableau. All right, please allocate 100% of how you spend your time. Let's go ahead and look at the data on this one. This also is giving us that same problem. So please allocate 100% of your time, and it's actually data cleaning. So I'm just going to copy this. And I'm going to paste this one here. And this was a 3-part question, right? It had 3 different columns, as you saw. So this one was the cleaning. So I'm going to do spend time cleaning. And I'm going to copy this one because I'm going to need it for the next 2. This one was how you spend your time creating dashboards. And time spent creating dashboards. And when you get to things like this, you just look at your survey, the end user survey, and you look at your data, and you'll be able to figure it out, as well as, I'm explaining it all in this video for you. But if you're using QuestionPro all the time, then you're going to run into this all the time. So you'll be able to do this in your sleep after a while. All right, we're almost to the finish line. 16. Let's see, rate these data cleaning tools. Rate tools. Let's go ahead and look, because we have the same problem where we're missing the first one because of how the output is. So rate these tools, and it's EasyMorph is the one we're missing. So I'm just going to copy and paste that here, and then go to next. All right, this one's a single response matrix, so it's the same thing as the other ones. We just gotta delete the matrix row. So whether do you use all of these features available? So use features available, and we just delete the first part like we did in all the other matrix row ones. All right, then we give it a rank order right here, 1 and 2. All right, so this is the last one. This one is that matrix multiple select. We do have a cleaning thing that we have to do for the matrix multiple select. It's only for this one. And this one we need to grab. So for example, this belongs to these two. This belongs to these two, and this one belongs to these two. We need to grab this part, which is the actual question, the actual answer here. And we need to delete this question in the beginning, grab that ending, and copy it for the two below it. Okay? Or if you have more, then the whatever below it. And then we do the same thing here. Delete this beginning right here, grab this answer option, and put it for the two below it. Same thing here, grab this option and put it for the two below it. And that is because we already have these in the answer options here. So if I go look at the raw data, how it was structured is we had which devices do you use while using these apps for QuestionPro, and then you have the options mobile, laptop, and tablet, but that's also the option. This is the actual answer if they answered it or not. So for QuestionPro, you had options for mobile, laptop, and tablet. For SurveyMonkey, you had these three options. For SurveyGizmo, you had these three options. Now, since those three options are going across the columns, you just need QuestionPro, SurveyMonkey, and SurveyGizmo going across your rows. Okay, so that's why we did that. Next, we just order these, and then we're done with that part. Now we just copy and paste the question. And we just want the actual question, not this answer part, which shows up at the end. And this is going to be device using app. And hit next. All right, so that is it with the cleaning data, or cleaning data step. I went through all of the major question types. More than likely, like I said, you're not going to be using all of these, but this is how you do it for each one of those. And you're going to be using the 3 different documents I was saying, this video, and the knowledge base, and you should be able to get through it no problem. All right, well, the next one is connecting the final data to the dashboard, and you're done. All right, I'll see you in the next videos.